Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow Liberians, both home and abroad, and to all our friends and partners, wherever you are, we want to say a special greetings to you all. You're welcome again to another edition of Liberia Rising. Eleanor Roosevelt said, to handle yourself, use your head. To handle others, use your heart. To handle yourself, use your head. To handle others, use your heart. Today I'll be talking about an attitude of leadership that I will call the man upstairs. The man upstairs has to do with an attitude of leadership. We'll focus on David, the man David, King David of Israel. Yeah, David was a great leader, man. He's the greatest king Israel ever had. The people love him and they serve him. The army obeyed and fought for him. His popularity rating was so high, it was on an all-time high. It became so high, David's popularity rating became so high that he claimed so high for his own good. You see, as a leader, never desired to claim so high. That's why I say the man upstairs. He went up so high. You see, when you claim so high in leadership for your followers, you are standing on a greasy slope. When you climb so high, you are a pastor, you are a bishop, you are a church leader. You are a representative of the people, a senator, a minister, a government minister, a lawyer, a judge, chief justice, associate justices, the president, the vice president, a director, whoever you are leading a youth group, get a community leadership. Whatever the position, a union leadership, never climb too high for your follower, because you know why? When you climb so high, you are standing on a greasy slope. And the sooner you come down, the better. Because the higher the height, the greater the fall and the impact. I don't want to go too high above the ground for my own good. I want my feet to stay grounded. I never want to climb too high because I don't want to crouch. I want to stay grounded so that when I fall, I'm able to balance. From my experience in flying in airplane, I realized that the higher you go up, two of your senses are affected. Two of your senses. Your sight gets dim and your hearing gets dull. The higher you go up, two of your senses are affected. Your sight gets dim and your hearing gets dull. So it was with the man David till he couldn't see people for their structure. David climbed so high till he couldn't see people for their structure, who they were created to be, but he saw them for their function, who they were to him. Any leader that doesn't see people for their structure, their purpose, to fulfill their purpose, but to see them for their function, you are not a leader. You are that man upstairs. And the sooner you come down, the better. People work for you. Don't see them, don't treat them for their function, treat them for their person. And I will go into 2 Samuel 11, 1 downwards. In the spring of the year, when kings normally go out to war, David sent Joab and the Israelite army to fight the Ammonites. Remember, sent. At the time of the year, when kings supposed to be fighting, remember, talk about leadership purpose. David, your purpose is fighting because the success and the greatness and stability of Solomon's kingdom depends on the success of your leadership. That's why the scripture says, after David had defeated all the enemies around Israel, expanded the kingdom, then the Lord established the kingdom in the hand of Solomon his son. So David, you ought to be fighting. Like I said the other day, the safari, the vacation, the cruise is for the next generation. Liberia, how much of us realize that our generation is a fighting generation, beloved? We're not in no mood for celebration. Every time we celebrate independent anniversary, 170 some more years, it's a shame, beloved. We should be fighting. There's a fighting generation. Kings, leaders supposed to be at war at midnight, debating bills. Why people are sleeping. Going to work at 8 o'clock. Coming 2 a.m. in the morning. That's a fighting generation. In those days when kings were at war, do you understand your timing in the season? And guess what he did? He sent the man upstairs. That's what he does. He sends. Instead of leading by example, he sends. So he sends Joab in the army. Then verse 2, 2 Samuel 11. Late one afternoon after his midday rest, David got out of bed and was walking on the roof of the palace. He was walking on the roof of the palace. As he looked out over the city, he noticed a woman of unusual beauty taking bath. David, you are the man upstairs. You cling too hard for your own good till your hearing has become dulled. Your sight has become dim. The people you used to take advice from, you don't take it from them anymore. You're going too high for your own good. So he sends again. See another thing. Verse 3, he sent someone to find out who she was. And he was told she is Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite. This is Uriah's wife, one of your general's wife. Then David sent a messenger to get her. The guy keeps sending. When you are upstairs, that's what you do. That's what people do. You see, when you are upstairs, you send. You expect. You don't inspect. But real leadership inspect. They don't expect. Because people want to do what you inspect, not what you expect. The police director expect that the traffic police will do their jobs and don't take money from people in the street, put their hands through the window to the drivers. That's what they expect. And every time they talk, the spokespeople of the institution, they say, yeah, we expect that. You don't need to expect. You need to inspect. Don't send, inspect. Find out what they're doing. The government is undertaking a project. I want the leadership can inspect some of these roads. Hey, you are inspecting, and people know that you will inspect. And every time you inspect, here will roads. They will do the right thing. But he's sending the guy going too high for his own good. Somebody got a lay position. They sit and expect. Look at our cities. Look at our city. We don't already have this attractive, beautiful, developed city. Cleanliness could be our priority. But you know why? The leaders sit in their offices and expect. Transport ministry expect that people will do their job, cars will be registered. Why? The other day it came to me, I said, I'm thinking about suing the transport ministry and the Liberia National Police. Why will my car be registered and you will compel us, you will park the car, you will do all kinds of things, and because we are accountable leadership, we want to respect the system, we'll register our car, another car will be plowing the street. It's not registered. The car that I was involved in an accident, terrible motor accident with my entire family. February 1, it's good to be alive today, and it's only by the grace. It was a miraculous doing of God. There's still the trauma every time I think about that. But that car wasn't registered. It hasn't been registered for I don't know how long. No insurance. Because people, these trucks, and they got no brakes. There are so many of them. They are damaged people's life over and over and over. Why the system can inspect? And the other day it came to me, I said, when my insurance expired and my car gets fixed, I'm not going to register it. But that's not your upbringing. It's not in you. But why these things? Why people play with the system? Sometimes I get so mad. I tell the police, I say, you are the cause. The other day I was telling some of them, people violate traffic rules and they challenge you. You can do nothing about it. Because they expect that you will not do anything. Then David sent a messenger to get her. Verse 5 again. Later when Bathsheba discovered that she was pregnant, she sent to her. They're sending. He takes her now to a level of pride. That's why you see people around you only reflect you. People are in leadership position. People get around them because that's why they see pride in you. They see arrogance. They see violence. They see vindictiveness in you and all that kind of thing. So it rubs on them. So what did he do? Then David sent word to Joab. God sent me Uriah. And we all know the story. When Uriah stood up and refuses to cooperate with David, David sends him back to the battlefront. Man, Uriah died as a hero because he stood up to the system. I respect it without disrespect. He stood up and they sent him in the heat of battle. Imagine one of your greatest generals send him to die in the heat of battle. How many Liberians, our leaders, Wherever you are in the diaspora, at home, or around the world, leadership, we are allowing our good men and women to die because we are going too far for our own good. Our hearing has become dull. We don't listen to their pieces of advice anymore. Our sight has become dim. We don't see danger coming anymore. Everything that glitter is gold. The passion we had before, we're not having it no more. I want to challenge you this morning, this afternoon, this evening, wherever you are. Liberia Rising works, but we need leaders who need to come down from that greasy slope. The sooner you come down, the better. God bless you. Have a great day.